Hello all, here I am at Star Wars Celebration. It's, different background. Sorry about that. This is the hotel room. It's a different camera. I look like I'm a politician filming a video. Please vote for me. I'm Jeremy Jahns. I approve this message. But I wanted to talk about the 40th anniversary panel at Star Wars Celebration because it was a very celebratory thing that I rarely get these days with Star Wars. You know, it started out, I'm not going to hit everything. I'm going to forget things. If you're like, you didn't talk about this, I'm sorry. It's just my human ADHD brain. Apologies in advance. But it starts out, Warwick Davis introduces George Lucas. And the crowd went nuts. And I clapped for George Lucas. Now, I'm not the biggest advocate of the prequels. I totally get it. But it was like in this moment, everything prequels related and original trilogy related, Force Awakens related, there was no divide that you usually see in the Star Wars universe. Like everyone came together to celebrate that which is Star Wars, you know? It was a sandbox of safety. And it was just really cool to see. You just feel the energy in the room. So Lucas is talking about his vision and how he got started with it. The rumor is true, he genuinely has a dog named Indiana. But it was really cool seeing him talk about how it all came to be. He was even a little more loose-lipped. It's like he sold the rights away. It's like, look, I'm not even attached to this. So he starts going on and on about like the studios, when you sign with them, they want to take your entire life. And so it was interesting that he brought that up because I'd never heard that side of it before. And then Harrison Ford came out. Harrison Ford came out later. Then it was Anthony Daniels came out, which is hysterical. Peter Mayhew came out. Billy D. Williams came out. And then Mark Hamill came out. And I mean, they're all talking. Then there's one seat left. And Warwick Davis was like, all right, well, we have one more seat. I'm like, here comes Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford came out. It was just a really, really positive experience among Star Wars. It was really cool. And I wanted to kind of gush about it and talk about it. And they addressed the fact that there are adults alive today that grew up with Star Wars. And the prequels happened. That's when I hit 18 or so. And then so kids grew up on the prequels, but those adults didn't. And Lucas was like, they might not want me to say this, but Star Wars was made for kids. Like, I don't know what to say, you know? So it was an interesting perspective, seeing as how every generation still has Star Wars, and it literally is in the DNA of the many. Hayden Christensen comes out. He looked kind of nervous, and I totally get it, because he has the internet. He knows the situation of Anakin Skywalker in the prequels, but he came out, everyone again, thunderous applause. And it was really cool seeing, no matter what, this is what the event did, was you look at these two, and the script of the prequels and the execution that you might have problems with was all shed away. And in the end, you're looking at the fact of it's Anakin Skywalker and the Emperor. Like, that's who you're looking at. It was a very important thing. It was a very important part of Star Wars. It was a thing that I just kind of found absolution with, you know? So Hayden Christensen said a few words. He looked, he looked kind of nervous. It was his first con, like his first since like 2002 or something like that. So I totally get it. Ian McDermott was really funny, and he was riffing back and forth, and you could tell he was like, yeah, I'll say some things about the way George Lucas directed and this and that, and how I got the role of the Emperor. Again, it was just, you literally see story time with these people. And it was, like I said, it was you weren't seeing the prequels. You were seeing the characters, how you might have wanted to see them. It was, again, very cool moment. Then there was this tear-jerking tribute to Carrie Fisher. There were a couple of tributes to Carrie Fisher, but when they had this video montage of Carrie Fisher, and I mean, George Lucas is talking about Carrie Fisher, and you really see in the video, she was genuinely a funny human being. Like, she's the epitome of, if you know who you are and you accept who you are, all your strengths and flaws, you were literally the happiest person alive. And she came across as someone like that. I just loved seeing that. And you realize how good of a human she was, and you start welling up and tearing. I mean, I got a knot in my throat that lasted 30 solid minutes. And I wanted to cry. I just wanted to let it all go, like screw it. But then I'd miss out on a lot of it, and plus I'm in a crowd, so I didn't want to do it. But it was, you hear sniffle, sniffle, sniffles, not a dry eye in the house, it's all welling up, and then Carrie Fisher's daughter comes out and starts talking about Carrie Fisher, and at that point, it went from a celebration of the Star Wars legacy to the celebration of the legacy of a human being. And when you see a daughter giving tribute to her mother's life, who is no longer with us, it was a different thing entirely. at that point, if I just let it go, like, yeah, go ahead, cry, I would have just straight up broken down. And at that point, I was like, okay, this is it. I get to go. I'm going to go into a bathroom stall and bawl for about a half an hour. But it wasn't over yet. Then this curtain opens up, and John Williams is there and plays the Leia theme, the Leia Han theme, and then plays more stuff. I'd never been to a John Williams concert. Apparently, I have now. And it was just, the whole thing was so super celebratory and magical that I just kind of wanted to talk about it. Because, I mean, I really didn't want to talk about anything else I'd seen today. There's great merch in the merch hall, but my only gripe is that they probably should have saved that to last, because I don't think I'm going to see anything, including the Last Jedi panel or any revelation. The trailer is going to be great, but it is not going to hit me to the core like this did. It was a very special experience, and it really put down, like, because you see a lot of things online. I read the comments, I read the tweets, I see the videos, the very like, oh, these people gush about Star Wars. They're not intellectuals. Oh, these people like the prequels. They're stupid. These people like The Force Awakens. And all of it was literally put aside. It didn't exist for about an hour and a half. And it was so fucking refreshing that I hope you guys experience that, like, in your daily Star Wars gushing lives. I really do. Whether you're 10, whether you're 3, or 83. I hope you get to experience what I experienced today. It was really perspective building and deep. And that's all I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to tell you about the 40th anniversary. But I didn't take video because I wanted to be there. Louis C.K. has a great bit of people taking video of their kids' plays. It's like, put it down. The high def in your eyeballs is amazing, you know? So I wanted to just take it all in. So I took a couple pictures, but that's it. There's no video of it, so I'm sorry you don't have visual aid. But I just really loved it. I hope somehow you guys get to see the video so you can experience it all. And if you do have that, if it's online, I'll put the link below. If it's not, I hope you get it at some point. But hey, man, if you saw it, if you wanted to experience it, if you do experience that, awesome. Comment below. Let me know how it is. If you're at Star Wars Celebration, let me know as well. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more. I feel like the camera's way too far away. I gotta lean. Here we go.